things, you hit it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it comes back around. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Untitled channel, guys. This video is about the Fimi Palm. This video is about this Fimi Palm that you see in my hand right here, right? It looks just like the Osmo Pocket from DJI, right? So let's turn this thing on. There we go. It comes on. One of the cool things about this is you don't have to have the special wheel to turn the gimbal. You can see that you can turn this 4 function switch here, and it moves the gimbal up and down, left and right. So to record, you hit the red button once, and you see the red dot in the video, but you also see a green dot blinking right there. Okay, it's kind of hard for you to see because it's sunny out here. I figured I'd try a different review out here in this beautiful area, right? As you can see, some young ladies are here. They're looking to enjoy the sun right down there. Okay. All right. So one of the things about this function switch is if you push it in, the 4 functions should push it in, it puts it into a different mode. So now I'm zooming in, and you can see that I'm going to zoom in on these beautiful young ladies down here catching some sun. You see that? So that's what this button does. So if I hold it in again, 1, 2, 3. Now we're back into moving the gimbal around. All right, this is a multifunction button also. Let's say I wanted to center again. You hit it twice and it centers it. So the other thing is you hit it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, it comes back around. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the Untitled channel, guys. This video is about the Fimi Palm that I just received. This guy is a very cool little guy, and I'm out here in Richmond, Virginia, at a place called the Tredegar. So let me spin it around. And there we go. See how pretty it is? Super pretty. Everybody loves being out here. It's really nice, as you can tell. Let me push it in again, and you can see that now I'm going to zoom in. How far can I zoom in? 3x. Very nice, right? Very nice function. So push it back down. So that's the zoom. I thought I'd want to show you that. Double click, centers it. I'm going to hold it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I should be moving the gimbal again. All right, so let's get into the other functions here. Let me stop the video. Okay, so if you swipe down from the top down, you get into the settings, and this is the Wi-Fi settings. This is how you lock it. This is how you can adjust your display, and here and this one here is your brightness of your display. You can see it dimming and getting light. All right, that's so let me swipe here. Follow me mode is what I currently have it in. You could have it in FPV mode. You can have it in pitch lock mode. You can have it in gimbal lock mode. So I have it on follow me mode because, you know, if I want to do face tracking, this is the function that you need. Okay, let's just keep going. The ultra wide is the video. You can switch between narrow, super scope, and ultra wide. Currently in ultra wide is my favorite. So let's move on to the next setting. So the camera setting is where you set your you know, if you wanted to run JPEG or JPEG and DNG. So those are the only functions available there. Now metering mode, you can set the metering mode to be very tight, center, or the whole screen. So I like it in the center. Okay, so let's NTSC or PAL. You can only have 2 codecs, HEVC or H264. Hey guys, I wanted to interrupt the video just to kind of give you a summary of what I think of this product line. So here's the Fimi Palm. It comes with a nice little cover case right here. And so is this guy worth the money? It's a little bit under $170 right now on gearbest.com. And here's what you get. And it's definitely worth under $200. You get a lot of stuff for this. All right, so let me power it up so you guys can see it coming up. So you get a joystick. You can move the gimbal around with it. You can see it moving. And if you press this joystick in 5 seconds, it turns it into mode 2, and then you can zoom in, change your exposure with that button. The other beautiful thing about this product is that it's got a lot of beautiful things, but a lot of things that I like. It's got built-in Wi-Fi. Super, very nice. It's got a microphone here and it's got a microphone there. Okay, very, very nice product. And it's got a USB-C microphone jack on the bottom. It's also the charging port. Okay, so you can do a lot of things with this product. You can do video for 4K down to 1080p. You can do time-lapse, hyperlapse, night shots in photo. You could do hyperlapse like I mentioned. And the video is actually not bad. In 4K you can do 30 frames a second, not 60 but 30. In 2.7 you can do 60. So the product is very nice. And did I mention it's got a 1/4x20 connector right here. Very nice, under 200 bucks. So to be able to do what this product does with the DJI Osmo Pocket, which I happen to have right here, let's turn it on. And this is the Pocket, and you guys can see the comparison in size. But this, to get this capabilities right here that this guy has, you have to add a bunch of stuff to it, man. I mean, a lot of stuff. Let me turn it off and I'll show you what we need to add. So if you want to turn the joystick around, you have to buy this bolt-on little wheel. Well, you can turn the joystick with the screen, which is a little cumbersome. Oh, you want Wi-Fi, you said? Then you'll have to buy this $55, 55 here, 55 there, is $110 more. This product's $369, so now we're, you know, we're pushing $480, $490 right here. Oh, and you want to do wide angle. Oh, well, then you have to purchase this freewheel product, which is another $40. Oh, so you're over 500 bucks right there on this product. Oh, you want an external microphone, then you have to buy this proprietary item, which is another 40 bucks. So this is pushing you over 500 bucks. This is under $200, guys. Unbelievable value. So is it worth it? Absolutely is. Now, the downsides to this guy, it's a little quirky on the software. Sometimes it gets hung up, and all you have to do is reset your camera settings. The other downside is that the picture quality is not as good, okay? You get a wide angle lens, okay? You don't need to add any other lenses to it, so very nice. All right, I just want to give you my thoughts on this product. Is it worth buying? Absolutely worth buying. All right, so I'll put in the link up here in the description. I'll put in a link in the description to this product. So if you decide to use my affiliate link, you know, I'll get a little credit for the sale. So I appreciate you guys using my link. All right, so let's get back into the video. Let's go to, let me set it to 264 is my codec. And LDC, this is how it corrects your distortion. So you have two choices. You can let it have a distortion or let it auto adjust the distortion. And that is it for this, guys. So let me go ahead and go back. That was the camera settings. Now the gimbal settings, this one here is, I have my joystick speed set to 2, and this is what I find works the best for me. You could adjust it to 10, it'll move super fast, and that would be used for like sporting events. If you want to track real fast with the joystick, that's the one recommended for sports. But if you want more of a cinematic effect, buttery smooth panning, this is what I found works the best so far. Alright, let me go ahead and scroll back up. System settings. This one's really important. So if you turn on boot video, it will start recording as soon as you turn it on. This will lock your screen, and this will change your beat. Okay, so if you want to lock your screen and you don't want people to see what you're recording, you could use that one. This is what you use for formatting, and you can check how much your space left, shot left. I like space left, but if you hit formatting, this is where you can format your card. Okay, all right. Get back out. It's the only way I know how to get out of here. There's got to be a shortcut. I haven't figured it out yet. So the system settings, formatting, and then the device video. This one's important. So the camera right now, I have the camera version is 1122.05. The gimbal version is 1006.alpha. And the model of the camera is a YTX J03FM, and there's the serial number. And then it gives you the battery capacity as a 1000, and input is 5 volts at 2 amps. And that's all the information you get out of the settings here. Alright, so if you stroke right, you switch the modes, and then if you hit the little icon up in the upper right hand corner, you can decide what kind of shots you want to make. Night shot, timing, ratio, like 16:9, 4:3. Long exposure, you can do 5 up to 15 seconds, 5, 10, and 15 seconds. And HDR, I'm going to put on HDR. I want high dynamic range, so you can get that blurry background effect. Alright, let me see if I can. And if you hit this lower right hand corner, it allows you to change your white balance, your shutter speed, and your ISO. Okay, and if you see up here in the upper right hand corner, you can change your auto. Yes, the auto. So you can go from auto. Okay, so that's how you can change your photos. And the other thing to note here is you can toggle through your settings by touching the upper left hand quadrant or corner. Okay? Alright, let's get back to video. In video, you can also change your ISO, your white balance, and your shutter in video. Okay, and by touching the upper left hand corner, you can change your resolution. So you can go 1080p up to 60 frames a second. 2.7K is 24, 30, 48, 60, and 4K is 24, 30, and that's all you get in 4K. So I'm going to go back to 1080p 60 frames a second. That's one of my favorites. So I'll leave it there. Let's scroll over to slow motion. There's two different slow motion types here. You hit the upper left hand corner again, you can get 4x or 8x. Okay, and then you can get picture quality too. And I have it set to super fine or fine. I have it set to super fine. And you can change your color from natural, or you can shoot an F-log. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in natural. I don't want to work that hard in editing to do this review, so I'll leave it in natural. Otherwise, I'd have to do all that work for coloring and post-processing. All right, let's jump into slow-mo. Don't want that. Yes, we're going to do slow-mo 4x, and we're going to do picture quality super fine. Very good. All right, let me get set up. And what I'm going to do over here, guys, I'm going to use my drone to take off and do the slow motion. And if I get another subject here that can help me do something, I'll do that too. All right, guys. All right. I'll catch you guys later on the other side of the video, okay? So, let's get back. And then let's switch over to time-lapse. Now, time-lapse, you can do hyperlapse, and then you can change your variables again. And you can see here, this is my time-lapse here. And then you can change your intervals here. You can see changing it from half a second all the way to 60-second intervals. Okay, you can change how long you record your time lapse, up to 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours in 60 seconds intervals, and then you can tell it. Oh, and then the last value that you see there is how long it takes to make that video if you leave it with those values. Okay, so I'm going to change that value to 3 seconds. Is actually pretty decent. You'd make a pretty decent video taking a shot every 3 seconds. Okay, and so now we're going to go to, I forgot to show you how to get into the motion lapse. If you hit the motion lapse, you see up here, it's kind of it's circled with an arrow on it. When you see the broken arrow, this allows you to set your points. All right, so add point 1, please move the gimbal, point 2, point 3, I'm going to move it all the way back over here, point 4, and you see the icon up there changes, point 5, point 6, how many can you do? 7, 8, 9. Okay, so you can do up to 9 points, and when we start recording, it'll track with the intervals you have set for time lapse. So very nice, right? All right, let me get on out of here. See, it moves the gimbal back to the starting point, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, so in slow motion we went over, time lapse we went over. Now we have panorama modes. There are 3 panorama modes that are really nice. The 3x3 gives you a total of 9 shots. It goes up. Let's do one. Ready? So that was a grid of a 3x3. So now we're going to do a 1x4. So it's going to be 1 vertical and 4 horizontal. You ready? Hit it. And I'll show you those results too. And then the last one is a 4x1, so it's going to shoot up and down. So let's hit it. And it's going to take a picture of my legs. Oh, no, good. So that's it, I believe. Let me see if there's anything else. Photo. We went over photo. We went over video. We went over slow-mo. We went over time-lapse. And we went over panorama. So there you go. So now I just need some samples of each one. Here's a great example of 3x3 panorama mode that I took in my backyard. So you can see it's pretty decent to give you that big whirly view. And the 1x4 is perfect for the banner of your Instagram or, you know, Facebook banner or whatever you need. And this 4x1 panorama mode, I would use it like in Instagram or something like that, where you need like a phone shot kind of view. So I've been playing around with the Fimi Palm for about a week and a half, and these are some of the samples that I've taken. That was my first shot, and then while I was watching TV with my dog laying around, I took this picture of the family room. So I got more interested and I started walking around, and I took another panorama shot of the family room from a different angle. Then I decided that I needed to get better samples and see what the camera looked like outside. And this is what it looked like outside. And then I changed some of the white balance a little bit, and this is the last shot that I think is worth showing you guys. All right, we're going to move on to the next section of the review. Let's get into it. All right, guys, this is the sample section of slow-mo. Check out this Virginia Commonwealth University track runner. Wow, perfect form. The camera did pretty well. I didn't like the settings that I had the camera on this particular shot, but it still came out pretty good. Wow. And this is when the camera settings change, with these two young ladies coming in here to lay down and catch the sun. They agreed to help me do this shot to perform the slow-mo part of the video. You see the blanket coming up in the air? It's like the Hollywood effect, right? Real slow, floating in the air and then coming down. So those would be kind of like unique ways to use slow-mo, athletics, or to make it a scene look Hollywoodish, right? Beautiful area, beautiful subjects. All right, so the next shot we're going to see is the flags in slow-mo. This is the War Museum. It's honoring all the Virginians that have died in foreign wars of World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, and the Gulf War. Pretty cool looking. Getting ready for the 4th of July. The next scene you're going to see in slow-mo is a Mavic Air 2 taking off. Pretty cool looking the way the props spin, right? And there you go. The drone taking off. The next shot you're going to see is the drone just sitting there hovering. Pretty interesting shot also. You see the props movement. All right, that's enough for the sample of slow-mo. We're moving on to the next sample. All right, guys, we're getting into the video section. This is 4K, 30 frames a second. Looks pretty nice, right? As I'm walking up. This is 4K at 24 frames a second. Not bad. This is 1080p at 60 frames a second. This is, again, 4K at 30 frames a second. And this is also 4K, 24 frames a second. Once again, this is the War Museum. And in the glass is etched the names of the Virginians that have died in wars. And this is the memory lady. That's what I call her. And I'm just walking away from the memory lady, showing you how you can get a cinematic effect. And I'm just going to end it with a big view of the city. All right, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like the content of the channel, smash that subscribe button, guys.